The mother of a 17-year-old boy who was stabbed to death 8 years ago is launching a campaign to tackle knife crime and prevent young people from carrying knives as weapons. Peguy Kato's son, Champion, died in East London in 2013 after he was stabbed 11 times in an attack involving belts, a hammer and a knife. Now Peggy is calling for all 32 London boroughs to support her initiative It's Not OK, to stop other families going through the pain she's experienced and help put an end to the capital's knife crime epidemic. And Peggy joins me now. Peggy, thank you very much indeed for talking to us today. Tell us about Champion and what happened to him back in 2013.
Yeah, my son Champion has been stabbed in 2013 in front of the school in Forest Gate. And they stabbed my son 11 times. And the boy who stabbed my son, they give him manslaughter for only 14 years, which is gonna do half years in prison. So today, I'm just standing up because the way I see, I'm not only talking as a Champion's mom, I'm talking about all the mother because I know the pain losing a child. And the way knife crime is still going in this country, I can see myself is too much. I launched the charity for my son Champion, All Champion Charity in 2019. But since that, I still meeting most of the parents when they lost their child in knife crime. And some of them, they're not even lucky to stand up today to talk because they cannot talk. They're disabled now. They are sick. They go hospital all the time. And I cannot standing. And I want to stand today to beg all the parents. Knife crime is not only for any people, it's for all of us. It's not only for black or white, it's everyone's problem. So we all need to stand up. They said that it takes a nation to raise the child. I think that the nation is us. I'm calling from the police, the school, social services, everyone to stand up about this because 8 years now since my son Champion died, but there's a lot of family who they lost their child in knife crimes. When my son died, I think some of the kids, they was 5 years old, but today we can see that 13 years old, they're stabbing now. So if your son is 5 years today or 10 years today, don't say that knife crime is nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with you because we have to protect the future. We have to stand up. Parents, we are tired. It's not okay campaign is to say that it's not okay for our kids to be killed like animals in the streets. It's not okay for parents to bury a child. It's not okay to live with fear because I know this pain. Now, parents, we cannot even sleep no more. If your child is outside, we are scared. It's not okay to live this life that we're living now. And it's not okay to sit down in the computer only to post. We need to stand up. The only way we can do it when we stand all of us together. And it takes no one person. I lost my son, I know the pain. And if you never lost your child, God bless you for that. But it's time for all of us to stand up because the future, it has been destroyed. Our kids are the future, and we need to stand up for this future. We have to stand up, all of us. So the campaign is for all the borough, all the city. We have to stand up and to do something about it. Because if one person talk, maybe they're not gonna listen to us. But if all the parents stand up, maybe they will listen for us. Because I got friends, they are white, they lost child with knife crime. So it's everyone's problem. Stand up to protect the future. And I know why I'm saying this. I'm visiting the parents. I'm talking now, thanks God for me, but there's a lot of parents, they cannot stand up. They cannot even talk. So I'm talking for everyone, they cannot talk. I'm talking for all the pain we suffer. And this pain, I'm not gonna wish it for none of us. So please, let's do something about it. I want police, school, social services to stand up because this crime is not normal no more. And I can see now, even the shopping center, these boys, they're stabbing in the shopping center. I can't understand it. Stabbing is happening in the shopping center when kids, they're going to meet their friends to do some shopping and to have some food to eat. So now we cannot even send our kids in the shopping center. There's no way is peace. There's no way is security. These kids, they don't scared to stab. They stab everywhere they want. They don't scared about the witness. We are traumatized. We are tired. We want this to finish, and we cannot do this alone. The government, they have to help the parents. We need help for the government. The kids who are dying are human beings. They're UK citizens. We need to fight all this together, and we are tired to live this life.
Peggy,
it's not okay to live where we're living.
Peggy, one of the areas that you campaign on, and one of the areas that you work in, is working with parents to try and raise awareness of the signs to look out for. You must have gone over and over and over the events leading up to that day. Were there any signs with Champion that you now look back on in hindsight that suggested something wasn't right, that parents should be looking out for today?
No, I'm thinking that every parent, is also the job for the parents, because I'm saying now we have to start to check our kids in the house before they go out, because it's not good for your son to have my son's blood in your hands, and it's not good for your child to be in prison. So I'm saying that we need to stand up, and parents, we have to look after our children. We have to know them. In the house, they're respecting us, but outside they get in the gang. We don't even know. So we are tired to live this life. And I'm telling every parent to stand up. And I don't want your child to be a criminal. I don't want your child to kill my son. We don't want this. So all of us, let's stand up, look after your child, or look after my son. So we don't want no crimes no more. These kids, they're human beings, they're not animals, and they behave like animals. When your child is touching a knife to kill someone, to take his life, is an animal, is evil. So we don't want this. Enough is enough. It's not okay no more.
You want a coming together then of parents, of the police, of communities, of schools, of everybody to unite to fight this. What will it take, do you think, to see genuine change? Because knife crime is an issue that we talk about year after year after year, isn't it? It was a big issue in the mayoral election this year in London. What do you think it needs to see genuine change?
That's the big problem we have now. What's the reason these kids are not scared to go prison? If they don't scared to go prison, they can stab someone in the daylight time in front of witness. That means that the justice is not working properly. I'm witness myself, the boy who stabbed my son, celebrating my son's death in the prison. So I say myself this. These kids, they stabbing and they're celebrating the death in the prison. And this country, we're living with people, they are hate because they stab their brother, they stab their friends. And when they see someone in prison celebrating someone else's death, then everyone, they think that prison is a good place to be. I think that justice, they have to change the law. Prison have to be someone's staff. When they're going there, they have to learn that they're in prison. They cannot use the phone. They cannot celebrating the justice, because when they're celebrating that the justice, that means they're laughing on the police and the judge. So these things have to be stopped. We need a good sentence. We need a good discipline to these kids. We need a big change. I think the government, they can do it. I cannot make the law. No parent can do it. But we want the government to change the law, to start to make something to be changed, because we are tired.
Peggy, I hear you. Thank you very much indeed for speaking with such passion there. Peguy Kato, a knife crime campaigner.